It's true, Denis Irwin remains one of football's most decorated yet forgotten legends, and his recent silence speaks volumes about a career overshadowed by controversy and neglect. The Irishman won 19 major trophies during his career, making him joint most successful Irish footballer in history, alongside Roy Keane and Ronnie Whelan. Yet, despite this extraordinary haul, Irwin's name rarely appears in conversations about Premier League greats. His 12 years at Manchester United from 1990 to 2002 yielded 7 Premier League titles, the Champions League, 2 FA Cups, and countless other honours. But the football world has consistently failed to give him proper recognition. The most glaring example came in 2024 when Ashley Cole was inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame, whilst Irwin remained excluded. The disparity is staggering. Cole won 3 Premier League titles during his career, making 385 appearances and scoring 15 goals. Irwin boasts 7 Premier League titles with 328 appearances and 18 goals. The comparison becomes even more damning when considering Irwin's superior trophy count and his versatility across multiple positions. Fans expressed outrage at Cole's induction before Irwin, calling it an absolute farce. Former teammate Paul Parker voiced bafflement that a player with more than double Cole's Premier League titles remained overlooked. The Hall of Fame criteria specifically mentions winning 3 Premier League titles as grounds for automatic consideration, yet Irwin's 7 titles apparently counted for nothing. This snub perfectly encapsulates the systematic bias against players like Irwin. The selection process prioritises individual awards like Golden Boots or Player of the Season accolades, inadvertently undervaluing consistent performers who served as crucial cogs in dominant teams. Irwin never won flashy individual prizes because he was too busy helping his team collect silverware. His understated public profile contributed significantly to this neglect. Irwin was widely regarded as a consummate professional of the highest order, known for leadership qualities both on and off the pitch. Described as an all-round gentleman, clever man, and extremely humble individual, he consistently avoided the limelight. This quiet professionalism meant he rarely generated sensational stories or controversies that capture public imagination, whilst teammates like Eric Cantona, Ryan Giggs, and David Beckham regularly commanded headlines and media attention. Irwin's crucial contributions often got lost in the shuffle. His remarkable consistency inadvertently played against him too, making over 500 appearances for Manchester United between 1990 and 2002. He rarely had a bad game. This unwavering high level of performance became almost expected, leading his brilliance to be taken for granted rather than continuously lauded. The consistent reliability and lack of drama that characterised his play made him an almost invisible yet foundational element of United's success. Unlike players whose impact might be defined by spectacular moments or controversial personalities, Irwin's excellence lay in consistent execution of fundamental tasks at elite level across multiple positions. Even when subjected to horrific treatment on the pitch, Irwin's quiet dignity worked against his public profile. The most shocking example came on November 27, 1997, during Manchester United's Champions League match against Feyenoord at De Kuip. With United cruising to a comfortable 3-0 victory, Feyenoord's Paul Bosvelt launched into a challenge described as having leg-breaking intent, brutally crunching Irwin's left leg. The impact left Irwin writhing around in agony on the pitch, immediately raising alarms within the Manchester United camp. What made the incident even more astonishing was referee Sandor Pool's reaction. Despite the clear severity and potential for serious injury, he failed to brandish even a yellow card in Bosvelt's direction, let alone a red. This lack of disciplinary action was particularly concerning, coming just 2 months after Captain Roy Keane had suffered a severe anterior cruciate ligament injury. Sir Alex Ferguson lost his head completely. His immediate reaction, directed at Feyenoord manager Geert Meyer in the opposing dugout, was an unequivocal declaration: a fucking disgrace. Ferguson had been bristling throughout the match due to unsavoury incidents, including Gary Neville receiving an elbow to the face. As Bosvelt made his way towards the tunnel, Ferguson confronted him directly, reportedly unleashing verbal abuse. "You scumbag, you ratbag, you dirty bastard." Yet Irwin himself displayed remarkably composed and forgiving stance regarding the tackle. Despite the potential career-threatening nature of the challenge, he did not hold a grudge. He publicly stated the tackle was unnecessary with United leading 3-0 and cruising to comfortable comfortable victory, but acknowledged Bosvelt was big enough to hold up his hand and apologise. Indeed, Bosvelt offered an apology both privately and through a fax sent from Feyenoord to Manchester United. Irwin was described as admirably unperturbed by the whole thing. Whilst acknowledging the severity, he reflected that had he been standing on his left leg at the time, it might well have been broken. The reality was he missed big games for Manchester United and Ireland because of it, calling that a heavy price to pay for any tackle. His measured response to a potentially career-ending tackle, especially when juxtaposed with Ferguson's volcanic rage, demonstrated remarkable professionalism that paradoxically worked against his public recognition. The cruelest twist in Irwin's career came during Manchester United's historic treble-winning 1998-99 season. On May 5th, 1999, during a pivotal Premier League match against arch-rivals Liverpool, Irwin experienced his first and only career red card. United were leading 2-1 in this crucial title race fixture when the controversial incident occurred. Irwin initially received a deserved yellow card for a mistimed tackle. However, the contentious second yellow card was issued for kicking the ball away after the linesman had flagged for a throw-in. This seemingly minor infraction led to disproportionately severe consequences under strict interpretation of the rules. Irwin steadfastly maintained his innocence regarding the second yellow card, expressing belief that referee David Elleray was wrong to send him off. He offered detailed explanation for his actions, stating it was touch and go whether the ball was in or out. He questioned what he was supposed to do, asking whether he should stop because he thought it might be over the line. He couldn't see the linesman's flag because he was behind him and didn't think there was a whistle from the referee. Philip Don, the Premier League's referees officer, publicly defended Elleray's decision, asserting the whistle had gone and Irwin played the ball twice and kicked it away, meaning the law had been broken. This indicated strict adherence to the letter of the law, regardless of the player's immediate perception. Sir Alex Ferguson's reaction mirrored his earlier fury at the Bosvelt tackle, albeit directed at the officiating. He unequivocally stated they would have won the game had it not been for the referee, underscoring the high stakes and his firm belief that officiating directly impacted the title race. Fan reaction was even more extreme, with referee David Elleray reportedly receiving death threats from furious Manchester United supporters. The immediate and most significant implication was Irwin's suspension from the 1999 FA Cup final against Newcastle, scheduled for May 22nd. This wasn't merely any final, it was a pivotal match constituting the second part of Manchester United's historic treble, completed 4 days later with a Champions League victory. For a player defined by consistency, unwavering professionalism, and remarkable injury record, missing such a historic moment due to disputed call was significant personal setback and cruel twist of fate. Phil Neville ultimately replaced Irwin in the starting lineup for the final. The fact that his only career red card directly led to missing this crucial FA Cup final amplifies the controversy and personal cost. Even the most reliable and disciplined players remain vulnerable to unpredictable officiating, and such moments can leave indelible marks on careers. Denis Irwin's legacy remains defined by this fundamental contradiction. He accumulated more silverware than almost any defender in Premier League history, yet continues facing systematic undervaluation. His quiet brilliance and professional dignity, whilst invaluable to managers and teammates, failed to capture broader public imagination in an era increasingly obsessed with individual flair and media presence. The sustained excellence that made him indispensable to Sir Alex Ferguson's dominant teams has been consistently overlooked by award committees and popular recognition systems. His exclusion from prestigious honours like the Premier League Hall of Fame, despite unparalleled achievements, reinforces the argument that football's recognition systems remain fundamentally flawed in identifying true greatness over flashy individualism.